What? You disliked my video? Somebody's a little salty. Just kidding, I don't really care. It's a prop phone. Yeah, this phone is broken. The trick about being successful on YouTube, I think, is to stop caring what people think, honestly, and to just be yourself. There's more people who like my videos than the people who dislike my videos. And, you know, like most of the time people aren't going to be watching your channel from start to finish anyway. So most of the time nobody's even seeing what you're doing or what you're saying. Nobody cares. So I'm basically just doing this for myself, and my friends like to watch, and my mom likes to watch, my sister likes to watch. So I create these videos for them, and one day I will make it here on YouTube. But until then, it's just going to be me and you. So if you don't want to see me on YouTube, so I think I'm just gonna work on my kitchen today. I gotta go through my refrigerator. I gotta go through my pantry. I wanna make those apple butter bars, and I wanna clean down the kitchen and maybe start decorating a little bit, which means I have to go into the storage shed and I have to look for all of my fall decor and see what I got. I have so much stuff in there. I don't know if I'm going to be decorating like I normally would. I'm definitely not going to be doing any DIYs, but if you want to see some cool fall DIYs, I will link some videos down in the description box for you. But I think that the next few videos or so is going to be like my fall decorating series. But I am going to say I want to try something a little bit new. I don't think anyone has taken this idea yet. I haven't seen anyone say this or use these words.
Don't say it.
But I'm thinking, let's decorate for...
Don't you do it. Girl.
And I hope that I'm the first person who ever created this. If I'm not, well, it's still my own idea, so. Okay, so a while back, we went to Vegas, and we went to a Denny's for breakfast once, and they had these little jam cups with apple butter in it. I thought it was so delicious, and so I tried to find it, and our Stater Brothers did have it. I do 100% believe it was Smucker's brand, but I can't be for sure, but I do think it was Smucker's. However, the Smucker's in a jar did not taste like the little jam packet. The texture is just a little bit different. So my husband said that he was gonna go to Charlie Brown Farms in Lancaster, I believe, and he picked up some apple butter thinking that maybe this would taste really good. I did not like it. It had a very, very vinegary taste to it. Yeah, like even when you smell it, it smells very vinegary. I wanted to like this so bad. Neither one of them smell like apples. Look at the difference in color. But I thought I was gonna like this because I thought, well, it's organic. It only has apple puree, apple juice, vanilla extract, and spices. No vinegar? Are you sure? I don't know. But I don't want to waste this jar, so I thought maybe we could try an apple butter bar. I found these apple butter bars by All Recipes, and it looks like it's going to be a fairly easy recipe to make. It only calls for half a cup of butter, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of packed brown sugar, 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1 egg, 3/4 cup of apple butter, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of apple pie spice, which I think I'm not going to use apple pie spice. I think I'm going to use pumpkin pie spice. 1 cup of raisins, which I don't have, so I'm just going to omit that. So let's go ahead and try out this recipe.
always seem to shake things off. We never seem to let the burdens weigh us down. Yeah, we're okay now. We build it up again from the bottom up. Nothing ever seems to be too much for us. Together we made a stronger start. The world has turned frozen. The frost is sinking in. The winter's almost over.
Well, that was fairly easy, but I still have probably about a half a cup of apple butter or so. So if you guys have any like secret apple butter recipes, like what to do with this, let me know, because I kind of don't want it to go to waste. I'm really hoping that this recipe turns out good though. But yeah, it's only going to be in there for about 20 to 25 minutes. Well, they look good. I don't know if they're done yet though. Ooh, it has a good scent to it. I don't smell any vinegar. I smell a lot of the spices. Let's check it. Oh, it looks done. I don't even know if I want to add the confectionery drizzle to it, but we'll see. I want to taste test it without the drizzle and see if it really needs it or not. There we go. Okay, now we can flip it. That's better. Being a baker, I had this sudden urge to bring out my mat that has like the ruler on it to get precise measurements on these bars. I think that's a reasonable size right there. So this gave me 18 pieces. Nice and fluffy. And this only baked up for 20 minutes. That's good. It is a little dry though, like it does need that that drizzle. But other than that, like the flavor is good. The pumpkin pie spice tastes good in here, and you could taste the apple. It definitely still does taste like the Charlie Brown's apple butter, but it doesn't have that vinegary taste to it. Okay, so all this is just a half a cup of powdered sugar with about a tablespoon of milk and a quarter teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then a few dashes of salt. I don't think the kids are gonna really care for it, but I do think my husband's gonna like it. And in particular, he's probably gonna like it with his coffee in the morning. It's very pretty. Has a really good apple flavor, but we'll taste test it later, okay? Okay, what do we got in here? There's nothing in here that's bad. Just my brain can't look at the mess. When I look into my refrigerator, all I see is Tetris blocks, and if it's not in there just so, I feel like everything's out of place. I have a bunch of leftovers in here that I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with. So I have some leftover chicken from last night, a lot of chicken breast. So I'm gonna use this for dinner. I'm gonna make my kids' favorite buttered pasta. And basically all I do is I cook my noodles, and then I add in a little bit of Prego Alfredo sauce with some Parmesan seasoning. I like to use the Kinder's brand, and then I add in broccoli and I add in my chicken. And I think this time I'm gonna use some turkey kielbasa on another pan. In another pan, I will saute that up to brown it up a little bit, and I'll toss that in with the chicken, and it'll be nice. A nice little dinner for my kids to enjoy. It's one of their favorite meals. So I already have dinner figured out. Go ahead, take it. Bon appetit.
I'll take this one.
Okay, go ahead, take your plate,
Put your
Emily.
bread. Yeah, my bread.
Bon appetit. You gonna get bread?
Oh, yeah.
Bon appetit.
Burdens weigh us down. Yeah, we're okay now.
across 2 girls. One, her name is Robin.
I rearranged these things, the containers inside here, the organizers. I always rearrange them. They never stay in the same spot every single time, because when you go grocery shopping, you don't always buy the same stuff. So it's not always going to fit in the same ways. So I'm always playing around with these containers, and this is how I chose to use them this time. I feel like it's a great fit and it's easily accessible. My kids, you know, this is their area. This is where they can reach. So I want them to be able to pull what they need out when they're making their snacks in the morning. I kind of like did a Mickey Mouse job here with some hot glue and this black tape here, just so that we could use this. Otherwise this was just sitting on the shelf and it was wasting up space. So I switched out, I had like 2 more of these little ones on the inside here, and I switched out for this big one because this was hard to open and close with it standing up like that. So now there's enough space for it to like lay over. Does it look aesthetic? No, it doesn't. But it is, at least it's functional and it's sustainable. It might not look like a pristine refrigerator, you know, what you see when people are posting videos of them restocking their refrigerators. I can't do those kind of things. I can't afford to do those things. I also did my freezer. I just rearranged everything. A lot of times the kids, they put a lot of their foods up here because they're too lazy to walk back to the freezer outside. So I put buckets here because this is where I keep all of my food. I had some leftover white buckets from the Dollar Tree from like a long time ago, and I was able to store 2 of them in there. But I feel like I've gotten such a slow start today that I feel like I haven't really done much of anything, and I already have to go and pick up my other 2 little ones in about 20 minutes. So I am just going to quickly go through my pantry. I can't believe I let this happen. Look at how many forks and cutlery, like knives, forks, spoons, all of the above. I have so much in here. This whole thing is filled with forks. I do not need to buy any more cutlery. Remind me, next time I have a party, you don't need forks. So I'm done here. Now I'm going to finish cleaning my kitchen. I don't think I'm gonna have time today to go out into the storage and get all of the fall decorations and stuff, but maybe I could start that up tomorrow. So
bring the camera over here, Charlie. You guys show over here. And Charlie, come look on the inside too. The hive is still here. Look at the problem on it. Come on, Maria. I'm gonna grab it back and start back.
that is so good. Check out the description box for this recipe. It's really good. You tasted the walnuts too? Okay, say that again for the camera because that way I could show proof that you guys actually liked them.
That's all you have for me?
They're so good.
They're good? You like them? I didn't think you guys were going to like them. What's your favorite part?
The
apple.
bread.
The bread? The apple flavor? Do you guys like the drizzle that's on the top?
Yeah.
Adds a little bit of sweetness, huh? And you guys like the walnuts in it? I'm actually shocked. I didn't think you guys were going to even ask to have any. But I'm glad that you like them. Eat them up.
It is the next day and it is freaking hot. We are having a dangerous heat wave. I couldn't even go out and walk today. I just settled for 2 workouts. I did a cardio session and then I did a weight training workout because yeah, it's just so hot. It gets up to like 105, but it's not even like a real summer heat. It's not like, oh, it's summertime, we can go out swimming. Right now, we're like under a broiler. I don't know if it's because summer is phasing out and fall is pushing in and we're getting like this major heat wave. It's like our final goodbye to summer. But I am gonna get started. I have a lot of cleaning that I need to do in here today.
Okay, I think I'm gonna start in my storage here because I want to pull out all of my supplies to see what I'm working with, and then I'll go from there. I'm actually kind of proud of my little system here. I did this all by myself. I came out here like the beginning of summer and I just took everything out of my shed and I reorganized everything. I moved everything around. I'm not sure if you remember how it looked before, but I organized everything. It's not perfect, but it's so much easier to find things now. So I have all of my Halloween bins over here in these bins all the way up to the top, all the way to the bottom. And then over here I have other seasonal stuff. Here's some Thanksgiving stuff. There's Thanksgiving is down here, I believe. I don't know, it's scattered all the way around here. So I'm gonna go through all this stuff. I have been anxiously awaiting for this day. I have been wanting to decorate for fall for some time. My summer was just not enjoyable at all. I just was going through a really hard time, so I was really looking for a new change of pace, and fall is exactly my ticket. Where I live in the desert, so it's not technically fall weather yet. Since filming this video, the temperature has decreased a lot. Now we're like in the 80s and 90s. Sometimes it does get pretty warm, but because it was so hot, it caused a lot of fires out here in our local area. I think there's like 7 of them going on right now. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in my next video though, because at this time it hasn't even began to affect us just yet. But I do believe that it was the scorching heat that caused all of these fires. But I am curious, who all has started to decorate for fall? I personally am always late to the game. I'm surprised that I'm even doing it this soon. I guess I'm getting an early start, which felt really good. And because I didn't do any spring cleaning per se, because I was so busy with our birthday party, that I didn't have a chance to do all these things. So now I'm getting into the groove and back on track, and I'm doing all the things that I have been wanting to do for so long. So I was able to knock it out by doing both deep cleaning and decorating for fall at the same time. But I did decide to take my time and do them in segments, so that's why I decided to just focus on my kitchen this time. Next time I'm gonna do my living room. I did film all of that, so there will be a part 2 to this. But after my living room, I'm not really sure how much fall decorating I'm gonna do everywhere else in my house, but I definitely do have a lot more cleaning to do. And if you guys don't mind, I'm going to film the entire process from me cleaning my bedrooms and my garage and anywhere else that needs some tidying up and some organization. I just really want to get caught up, and I just think that if I film it, it'll motivate me more, and hopefully I'll find more people like you who want to maybe clean with me. Speaking of that, I have a lot of subscribers that are friends of mine. All of my friends that watch these videos, can you please say hello to the class? Family, that means you too. I really could use the support. I really am curious to know who's all watching, because every once in a while I will get a message through Messenger or Instagram or something of a friend of mine saying thank you so much for creating that video, you really inspired me. But it's usually from people that I actually know. And then I also want to know the people who are new here. Hi, you guys. It is so nice of you guys to join me. I have been getting a lot more subscribers, but I'm not sure who's all subscribing and to what videos. So if you could kindly please just say hello and introduce yourself and let me know what you guys subscribed to, what kind of videos you guys watch and what you like. That would really help me out, because that way I know what you guys want to see in the future. And that also goes for you returning subscribers and viewers as well. I love every single one of you, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't continue doing this. I know that it's such a small channel, but I really mean it. I know that a lot of my subscribers don't come to watch this kind of content, but this is really what my job entails. This is what I really love to do. This is my passion. And I just want to be the one to help motivate and inspire others that are struggling to find the desire to do these things. Or maybe they want to do these things, but they don't know where to get started, or just simply feel like they're not good enough. Believe me when I say you guys are good enough. I know that I'm really hard on myself, and I feel like sometimes when I post these videos, a lot of my decorating or DIY is kind of cheesy, but we are working on a really tight budget, and with the way that the world is right now and how expensive everything has gotten, we need to find joy in our life, even if it means really cheap and affordable DIYs and budget-friendly decorating. So think twice the next time that you create a craft or a DIY and you think that it's cheesy. Bet your kids will think otherwise. I mean, isn't that why we do these things? To build a memorable life for our kids or even our grandkids, things that they can pass down to the next generation.
There we go. Oh my god.
You scared the shit out of me.
All right. This is enough. That's it. That's it. This is how it's gonna go. Just chill. There. Flowers there. Stay. No!
Gently, you're gonna knock it over.
I know.
Oh shit.
Shut up!
It'll fall
It's
off.
gonna fall. I know. How am I gonna get this to stay up there?
Thumbtack, maybe?
It doesn't reach. Watch, he's gonna open that shit. You wanna do it? I'm gonna get this. You're gonna watch the air. Okay. Oh, did that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Right. Stay. Let me see something. I know. Oh man, you can't tell because of the lighting, but I got it up there. That's all that matters.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't funny at the time, but now looking back, I'm so glad that Danielle decided to show up right in the middle of me decorating, because if it wasn't for her, I probably would have given up on that little area, but I'm glad that I stuck it through, and I'm glad that she laughed me through it so that I could keep calm and just make a joke out of it. That is definitely another reason why Danielle and I work so well together. Okay, so for all of those that have been with me since the beginning of my channel, or maybe started watching since last fall, do you guys remember this little thing that I made? It's like a gather basket, or I don't know what you would call this, but last year I made it into like a candle holder centerpiece thing. If you guys haven't seen that video, I made it last year. You can go back and watch that video if you like. But I decided to reuse it. I did save it, and it did break apart in the bucket because the heat from the storage over the summer loosened up the glue, and so I had to re-glue it together, but it's still in really good condition, and I'm pretty sure if it happens again, I could re-glue it again. And just keep repairing it until I just can't anymore. One of these days I'm gonna get around to actually painting it so it's a different color, but I like that even though I'm not creating DIYs as much anymore, I can still reuse the ones that I used from the previous years. So all I have left to do is to put my kitchen back together, add some finishing touches and a bit of basic cleaning, and then we can call it a day and wrap up this video.
I wanna see the sunset over the ocean, feel warm sand between my toes, and have my heart stolen by a beautiful girl. I wanna kick back, relax and watch all the clouds skate beneath the stars and hear the waves crash to the beat of her heart. There's no one else around but her and me. There's nowhere on this earth I'd rather be. Sing it with me. I never wanna leave this place. Wanna call it home. I'm gonna call it home. Maybe these will be those better days, and they feel like home. Yeah, you feel like home. Love the way she lets her head down when the wind blows her hair all around me. She knows I surrender to the way she glows, and I can't stop thinking about just how perfect this all turned out. No other word but free. Sing it with me. But I never wanna leave this place. Wanna call it home. Gonna call it home.
Is that baby? You like the clean chairs?
See those
They're nice?
days.
That's a nice girl.
Feel like
It's a nice girl. That's a nice girl.
you feel like home.
I am throwing in the towel. It's already time for my kids to get home from school, and I just need to relax before my husband gets home. It is a Friday. So yeah, this is it. But at least I got my kitchen fully decorated. I like the way that I redid my kitchen. It looks a lot more open, a lot more clean, a lot more decluttered. There's color in the kitchen, and it just feels cheery and I feel good. So I always look forward to fall because that's when all of those pretty greens and oranges and blues and grays all come out and all tie in together, even browns. I don't know, there's just something about fall. Colors are so tranquil and loving and cozy, and it's just something that I look forward to every year. Now we just gotta get this heat to roll on by and we can move on with fall. But yeah, the kitchen is done, but the living room will have to wait for another day. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.